Hey guys! So today this video is in a different format because I just wanted to sit here and chat with you guys. All of these DIY December videos involve like making things and I don't really get to like sit and chat, so I thought it would be fun to do that today. We are going to be making Christmas cards and I figured this would be a good time to do Christmas cards because people are starting to send them out. These are super easy to do and I'm actually going to be sending these out to friends and family, so I'm really excited to show you guys what my peeps are going to be receiving. And yes, I did just say peeps. The first thing you're going to need blank cards, and I just got these at Joann's, and if you're going to be mailing these cards you probably want to make sure that envelopes come with them as well, and these do. And then I just got a whole bunch of buttons. So these are also from Joann's and they have an entire section just filled with buttons, like an entire aisle. So I just picked it, whoops, I just picked out a whole bunch. So I have some green ones, red ones, bigger green ones, gold ones, sparkly green ones. We're going to be making two different designs. One is going to be a wreath and then the other one will be Christmas ornaments. So that's why I have so many green buttons. And for the wreath, I would recommend having different sizes on hand. And you can order these buttons on Amazon as well if you don't have a craft store near you. In addition to that, I have some scissors here, some red ribbon, a Sharpie pen, and this is the thinner one, so it's not like the classic Sharpie marker. This one has the fine tip to it, so you can be nice and precise. And last, some tacky glue. I have my blank card here, and I'm gonna start off by making a wreath design. So I have all of my green buttons, and I'm just gonna start placing them. I'm not really sure, like, what exactly it's gonna look like. I am just gonna play around, but I kind of like the idea of like mixing and matching the buttons in a circle and creating a wreath. So I'm just gonna kind of wing it here. We'll see what happens. Now that I have the buttons laid out in a circle and in the way that I want them, I am going to glue them down. So this is like totally up to you. You can use buttons that are like all the same size if you want this to be like a super perfect looking wreath, but I just kind of like mixing and matching. I feel like that's just kind of my style in general. So this is just gonna translate into the wreath. And of course, you gotta have a little bit of sparkle. The good thing about this tacky glue is that it doesn't dry super fast. So if you need to slightly move your buttons around, you can do that and it's not gonna like rip the paper apart. This is something that you could do with your family. I feel like this is a really fun family project. So when you send out your Christmas cards, it's like something you all made together and it's from all of you, which I think is really cool. So this is my little wreath, and now I'm gonna top it all off with a red ribbon. So I'm just gonna go over here to my ribbon, which is still wrapped up. I'm gonna take this apart. I'm going to tie a bow before actually cutting the ribbon just to make sure I know how much ribbon I'm going to be using and I'm not wasting anything. So I tied a bow and now I'm pulling really hard to make sure that center bit is nice and tight. So then you can pull the ends and you want to hold on to the middle because you want that center to stay tight, otherwise the bow is going to fall apart. Just pull it in and adjust it so you get the size that you want. So once you have a bow that you're happy with, then you can go ahead and trim the ends, and I like to cut on a slight angle just because I think it looks a little bit neater. Once I have my bow cut, then I can just take a little bit of glue, put it on the back of the bow, and stick it on. So I'm just gonna set this guy aside to dry. Now it's time to work on the second card, and I want this one to open up hamburger style. Do any of you guys remember that from school? That's what my teachers would always say, so I can't help but think that when I open up something like this. I'm gonna have it facing this way just so I can see what I'm doing. But basically what we're gonna do is we're going to create little ornaments at different levels, and we're just gonna put them across the card, and the ornaments are gonna be these little buttons. So I got some gold ones specifically for this because I knew I wanted gold in here, and then some sparkly red ones. So I'm just gonna kind of play around and see where I want things placed. So maybe like the big one down here, one right there, maybe like a plain red one right there, and a big old sparkly green one there. I'm happy with this placement, and you can lay these out however you'd like. You can make them all at the same length. You can use like 3, you can use more than this. It's totally up to you. This is definitely very customizable. So now I'm just going to glue these down. And I am leaving some space down here because I want to write a message like Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, something like that. So that's what that is for. I think another really cute thing that you could do with buttons for a Christmas card is you could make snowmen. So if you had like a different colored card, like something darker where the white would pop, you could use white buttons and it would be adorable. Now you're gonna want some kind of straight edge for this next step, and I don't have a ruler, so I'm actually just using a scrap piece of cardboard. It's actually the packaging that this pen came in. So I'm just gonna take my Sharpie pen and we're gonna be drawing the string for these ornaments. And I wouldn't worry too much about making these lines super straight. I personally think it looks better when you can tell it's handmade and it's not super perfect. Because if you want super perfect, you can go out and buy a Christmas card. But I like the little quirks in handmade things. I think it just makes it more unique. So I have the little strings like that, and look how cute it looks already. So then you can just come in and like draw little bows, and there you go. So now here at the bottom I can write my little message. So I think I'm gonna write Happy Holidays. So that's how mine looks, and then I can go back to the wreath that I have over here because I was letting this dry. I didn't want the bow to get messed up. But I'm going to write on this one and say, I think maybe Merry Christmas for this one. So this is my wreath card, and you can totally just leave that plain. I think the wreath card looks awesome plain, even the ornament one too. You don't need to write anything. I just decided to. So now I have these 2 really cute holiday cards that I can send out, and I have a lot more to make, and they're all gonna look different, which is cool. They're not gonna be the same. So each person is gonna get something unique. I hope you guys enjoyed learning how to make these really cute holiday cards, and if you make these cards yourself, please send me a photo on Instagram or Twitter because I love looking at your photos, especially when you're making things. I think it's so awesome. So be sure to do that and use the hashtag DIY December so I can find your creations. Don't forget to watch my last DIY December video. I made some s'mores hot chocolate. Oh my gosh, how can you not want to drink s'mores hot chocolate? It is just amazing, and it's my hot chocolate recipe for this season because I love me some hot chocolate, as well as a good chai latte every now and then. So yeah, I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!